What's up, everybody? My name is Brascus, and we're not really welcoming to anything other than just another one of these little videos, but I needed to make one because holy crap! Okay, you guys, like a month ago, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, something like that, I did a thank you for hitting 150 subscribers, and I was blown away because in just that short little time period, we had 176. To put that in perspective for you, it took us over a year to get the channel to break 100 subscribers, and that was just so cool to me. And in 1 month, we did a quarter of that. We did in 1 month what previously took over 12 months. And I was just frankly stunned and amazed. I have never had that much growth at once on this channel, and I'm so thrilled that so many of you have joined in. And I'm so glad that so many of you are enjoying what we're doing. You know, I've had recent comments on the Mordheim series, which we just finished, and I mean, oh, that was a huge achievement for this channel as well. I mean, I released 68 episodes, I think, on the Skaven campaign, and we finally finished it, and that was just incredible. It was a great feeling to go, we did it. I didn't screw it up at the end. I didn't have to repeat the mission. I did it in one go, and that was a really nice feeling. And Pathologic, you guys have latched onto that series, and just those of you who have commented on Pathologic have been some of the most helpful comments I have ever seen, and I thanked you guys for it in the videos before, and I'm going to do it again now. I wish I could thank you all by name, but I'm terrible at even pronouncing some of them. So there's Nim, NIWM, and I believe Random Channel Name has also provided some comments. If I can figure it out, I will try to type the name of the third guy and put it up on this video. It is a very, very difficult name for me because it looks like it's obviously not written in standard English characters, and it's just not in a language I know how to pronounce, so thank you as well. You guys have provided these giant comments with great detailed descriptions of what I should be looking for and explaining how it works, and without you guys there's no way I'd have survived for the 2 days that I have as it is. That game is hard, and I love it, so thank you for that support as well. And it's been kind of an eye-opening last couple of weeks for me. We've got some other projects in the work, and I say we because they involve Jax and Lum have reached out to me to do some other stuff. I've had some questions and suggestions about other types of videos that people want to see. I know The Witness was on that list. I picked it up recently, so I'll probably start trying to work my way through that. I had some people go back and watch some of my older stuff, and that was a great, amazingly cool thing for me, because I made my first playthrough ever was on Styx Master of Shadows, and it felt like such a rough, poorly made thing for me, and I was just kind of sitting there after it was done going, well, that was fun, but it was a learning experience. I'm not really sure anyone's going to care about it. And somebody actually went through, my buddy David is trying, went through, and he watched every one of them and said that they were all great, and he loved them, and I kind of went, wow, those were crap. I'm so glad someone enjoyed them, and it was fantastic. So I've actually started going back and recording of Orcs and Men, and so that one's probably going to start coming out, which is I guess it's the prequel? I don't know. They came out of Orcs and Men, then Styx Master of Shadows, and the third one is supposed to come out sometime next year. Storyline-wise, Styx Master of Shadows comes before Orcs and Men does. So the games and their timelines are reversed, basically. But anyway, I'm going to be working on that. I was playing Origami, and I got to play with the incredibly talented Sea Otter Gamer. He decided to help me out, and we played some of the multiplayer. That was way cool. So I'll be releasing some of those videos as well as the single-player version. Those are going to start going live. May actually have already started going live by the time this goes up. And, you know, I had people reaching out to me during one of Morjax's live streams, and I just hopped in to join him for the live stream. Join him as a viewer, not on his live stream. And he did a great job. He was showcasing Mordheim and talking about the Undead Warband, which I will be doing some videos with. I may start trying to do Game Night's Deadly Challenge with those. But some of the people there expressed surprise, I guess, that I wasn't on Patreon. And that was kind of shocking to me. I was kind of like, why were people even looking me up on Patreon? I mean, it was a little eye-opening, you know, that someone would even think to look. I don't know if they had any intention of actually donating or not, but just the idea that someone thought that I would be on Patreon, that I would consider the stuff that I make good enough to ask for help in creating it. And I don't know, maybe if that is the case. And if it is, then maybe I'll consider creating a Patreon account. But one thing I've always been really concerned about with this channel, and I'm sure some people have seen it, is I don't ever want to come off as a self-important jerk. You know, so if I leave comments in someone else's stream, or if I leave YouTube comments on another YouTuber's channel, I instantly feel guilty if I even mention that I have a YouTube channel, because I don't want to sound like I'm on their page or in their space shilling my own channel. You know, I don't like to do that. And so it feels weird to me to create a Patreon account for this channel, which I have a great time making, and I have such a great time making it because of all of you. You're the reason why it's fun. And so it feels really weird to me right now to even think about creating a Patreon account and saying, hey, I love making these for you guys. Will you give me money for it? And that just, it feels weird to me. And so I don't know. If any of you have an opinion on that, let me know. And if you want me to make one, I will. But I probably won't make one myself until we're a little bigger as a community. But it would be nice to get the extra revenue. I'm not gonna lie, it would help a long way towards maintaining my machine and towards you know, picking up the new titles that come out, and maybe trying to find other people who can help me with some of the resources, creating channel art or music or something that I can go along with. Not that I don't love these royalty-free songs that I've put on the backdrop to this. They're great. But so there was that, and I've heard from some other people how they have... Another person that I know commented earlier today and told me how he had mentioned that he knows some of the people from the YouTube League. And not only did his friends know about the League, but they had watched the League and knew who we all were, and had said that it was great, that they had learned a lot from the League, and that the League had created a community for Mordheim that they didn't think would have existed without it. And that was just an incredible feeling, because that's why I do all this. I wanted to do this with the idea of creating a community and with helping games that deserved it and may not necessarily get the exposure that they deserve get out there, you know, make sure people can hear about them and try them out and see if they're worth their time, and, you know. So to hear that to some degree we'd succeeded at that was just one of the most incredible feelings ever for me. And so I'm just more fired up than ever to keep making content and keep at it. I put out in our last video, I believe I said I wanted to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I don't know how long that's going to take. But if we have growth like we did last time, I mean, I don't know if you guys were sharing things out. If any of you have shared stuff, I haven't looked at the YouTube analytics. I probably should have before this, but sharing stuff, telling your friends about it, just anything like that. Sharing my tweets. I'm on Twitter if you want to take a look there. Sometimes I post some fun stuff that I find, or we get into little competitive spats on Twitter, me and More Jackson, some of the other YouTuber buddies. And it's just, it's amazing to me that we gained that many, and suddenly 1,000 seems a lot closer than it did a month ago. And on top of that, even several of you have mentioned wanting to be here when we hit 1 million, and I'm still blown away by that. I mean, you guys have got a lot of faith, a lot more faith in me than I do right now if you're aiming for 1 million. But if that kind of devotion to this community is what we can share, then yeah, we can absolutely do it. I have no doubt that if we can really push and keep growing like we did 3 weeks ago. I know it only sounds like 25 or 26 people, but for this channel, that is huge. That is tremendous growth. And if we just keep, you know, adding a few more people, tell your friends come in, then we've just grown more, and that's fantastic. So I don't want to keep talking your ears off too much. There's a couple of things, like I've mentioned. There's some new series coming out that I'm excited to do. We're talking about some other stuff, and if you guys have some input on that, then by all means let me know. More Jackson and I are going to be talking about the possibility of maybe doing some kind of an RPG series, where we might do a tabletop RPG. We'll probably use Tabletop Simulator or something along those lines to sort of give people a visual representation of that. But we'll do maybe, I don't know what series we're going to do. We might be Dragon Age 5th Edition, or Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, Dragon Age. I've got a few others like Mouse Guard we could consider. So if you guys have an opinion on that, or if you'd like to see board games played, we can use Tabletop Simulator for a lot of those. I'm thinking I might try and do some like Kingdom Death Monsters, another one that I would love to play with some friends. So if you think that sounds like fun, then let me know, and I'll try and push to make that happen a little more. Excuse me, I'm starting to get a little sick down here. So there's those projects in the works. All the new series that I've mentioned, Origami, Stick Smash, or of Orcs and Men, possibly The Witness soon. And I've got a few others too that I'm thinking of doing maybe with streaming that involve viewer voting. So I can stream those and people can vote to provide new bonuses or to penalize other players and things like that. So that might be interesting and kind of fun to do with you guys. I'm thinking I might try and stream a little more on the weekends if I can make that work as well, just because it's a real good way it feels more interactive than to respond to comments, to actually see people in real time and be able to respond to the questions immediately. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that I'm thinking of doing, and I want to make the channel better and keep going because you guys make it worth it, and that's the bottom line. So I'm definitely out of time, but I wanted to one more time just thank all of you, because every one of you who has helped me in any way, from the people who actually help me record videos to those of you who just leave comments or share likes or even just keep coming back and watching, even if you don't leave comments or anything like that. It's so exciting to me to come and check those every day. I have YouTube open on my computer at work almost constantly, so I can keep periodically checking back and seeing who's interacted and if there are any more views, if people like it, if they don't like it, comments that come through. I'm always super excited to see those. I still whip out my phone every time I hear a notification and look to see if it's a YouTube comment, and if it is and I'm not driving, I pretty much pull it up right away so I can respond to it, and I'm all excited about it. So you guys really make the difference. That's what makes this worth it. So thank you again. I can't wait to keep doing more. So that's pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know by hitting the like button and leaving a comment in the section below. And as always, I will see everyone in the next video. Catch you guys later.